I'm hung like Tiber Septim.
I wonder, how shall I destroy you?
Hello, Duelists, and welcome to episode 14 of Duelists.
You want me to do the intro? Cause you kind of weak, son.
Man, I will fuck your eyeballs. Alright, ready, let's go. Hello, Duelists, and welcome to episode 14 of Duelist Discussion. I'm your host, Ryan Drover, and joining me today is the lovely and sexy voiced Devin Casey.
Hi.
Man, what was that?
Hello.
There we go. Ooh. And also, Richard Burrell.
I don't get a sexy, lovely.
Why is he last?
Yeah.
What is this?
I mean, there's only three of us. What?
And I signed the contract that said there would be no discrimination.
Okay. I should have joined and been like, hello. And this is your host, Devin Casey. And then I should have introduced myself last. I'm sorry, everyone. I suck.
You've ruined Christmas. You're ruining the new year.
Well, hopefully, this episode will redeem myself.
I mean, like, what am I, a co-host? I don't even.
What? You want me to be like a co-host? What?
I mean, we could be like Alex and be like, I ain't got shit.
I ain't got shit.
I ain't
forgot
got
about
shit. Yeah, that's throwback. That's like episode 2.
What's your favorite episode that we've done so far?
I don't know. I really liked the last episode y'all did.
13. 13 was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's our highest quality one by far.
Yeah.
You got music in there.
Oh,
got
snap.
everything.
And I wasn't there. What's that about? What the heck?
You tell me. I don't know what you were doing. What were you doing?
Man, y'all abandoned me.
Abandoned. Get abandoned.
That's a good joke, so.
Yeah, whatever.
Episode 9, which was our legendary episode, which had the sweet intro music, which was Night Song or whatever from Warcraft soundtrack. That's our most popular.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I have no idea why. I guess because it was legendary. Wait. Legend... wait for it.
Dairy. Thank you. Legendary. Nice reference. We're fans of How I Met Your Mother on this show, so...
I'll excuse myself. I'll let myself out.
So,
did you like that?
What are we talking about? How was your Christmas?
You go, Richard.
My Christmas was.
Crappy. I don't know.
I think I'm the only one that didn't actually get anything. I got like some cologne, and that's it. I didn't really have a list though, so I didn't care either way. But.
What did your exes... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm eating a sandwich. What did...
God, Devin, it's showtime.
No, this is professional.
Oh,
Get off my back. What did your ex's family get you?
A shirt, some really cool socks, and a Minecraft beanie.
Oh, that's awesome.
And what else? There was something. Oh, some candy.
You're so ungrateful. I didn't get anything.
I didn't though. Like I didn't even know I was getting that.
I would have been fine with a 6-pack of Blue Moon.
Yeah, I didn't even have a Christmas list, so I wasn't even expecting it. Like every time somebody asked me anything, I was like, money? I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting anything that I got. Like, I was expecting, like shoes and clothes maybe, because that's all I really wanted.
What did you think your girlfriend was going to get you?
I thought she got me a new desk chair, honestly.
So did I, actually.
Because at first she was, or for a while, she's like, you need to get a new chair. This chair is shitty. You need to get a new chair. And I'm like, yeah, I know, it hurts my back. Hint, hint. And then she'd always be like, well, maybe for Christmas. And then she ended up giving me a PS4. So
close enough. I mean, you can sit on that.
I mean, I guess that's okay. You know. I don't know.
You can sit on this here PS4.
which she's not even paying attention. She's actually playing it right now.
Was she playing Rezo again?
Yeah, she's playing Rezo.
You thought it was for you.
Super Stardust 2?
Right, it's not mine. Now it's hers. And she's getting way higher of a score than I ever got. So.
Well, I mean, because your game's Bro of Duty, not Arcade Classics. So.
Right, that Call of Duty Ghosts.
Where can people find you out online if they want to add you?
Oh, that is private. I'm just kidding. Yeah, add me on the PSN. I am Capital Punishment, but it's spelled weirdly. It's CPTL PUNSHMNT. So yeah, hit me up. I'll play you in Call of Duty and lose terribly because I suck.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But anyway.
Not everyone else has a bomb-ass girlfriend to get them next-gen consoles and wait several hours in the middle of the night to go get them.
Right, I mean, she's obviously a keeper.
I mean, to each their own. My girlfriend got me this sweet pocket watch, like the old school, like with the chain, you pull it out, click it, and the thing flies open, and you're like, would you look at the time?
Like,
and in this case,
it's totally like steampunk-esque.
Right, and now it's totally time to duel. So,
like some
would you look at the time?
It's time to
duel. Oh god, nostalgic.
Totally. She also got me this old-fashioned shaving kit with like shave soap and the brush and everything.
No way.
And I'm really looking forward to.
So the problem with that is Devin doesn't have facial hair.
Yeah,
jerk.
That's
No, it's just blonde. You can't see it unless you're like within kissing distance,
Yeah.
which Ryan would know all about. But
right, I mean, I can always see it.
So she's the only one that can see it, and she wants you to get rid of it, obviously.
Well, no, you see, my cheeks are blonde, but like my chin is brown.
Well,
you know.
So you're.
Did you get a? Sorry. Did you get a one-bladed razor, like old-timey?
No, it did not. It came with a modern razor, because those one-bladed ones are actually like really expensive.
Yeah.
And you of course don't want to go and buy a plastic packaged one for like a few uses, you know. You got to get like the what is it? It's the strop for one of those also in some cases. I would definitely love to go do that though because those are exceptional.
Yeah, that's the closest shave you can get.
Yeah, straight razor shaves are absolutely great. My barber, she gives me a straight razor shave, and it makes me a better man. It's like a +10 win rate in life.
+10 charisma.
Exactly.
Yep. You mean swag?
Don't ever say that word.
Go to the bar with my hair up in a dyke triangle, and with my straight razor shave, and I.
It's your faux hawk.
Faux hawk.
Faux hawk. Get out of here. I actually have one too right now, so I can't really say anything. Whatever, Richard. We all can't have that glorious, flowing afro hair like you.
I've had the same hairstyle my whole life.
Yeah. Centimeter of hair.
So, I mean, what else?
You've been playing Call of Duty. Anything else you've been playing?
I mean, yeah, I got the new Assassin's Creed. Black Flag for the PS4, which is actually really good. It surprised me.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like every other Assassin's Creed. I mean, it does in a sense, but
I'm just tired of climbing shit. I'm just done.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. It's still the same game as like when I played the first one.
Right. It's more of the same.
6 years ago or whatever, but yeah, it's just a different story, and you're in Spain and. You're a pirate, so you're on ships a lot. I'll get cutlasses, and it's pretty cool. I mean, a lot of Spanish people talking in Spanish.
So what about you, Richard? What are you playing?
I recently got into Warframe. It's not really a new game. I think it's still in beta though. It's not that new though.
That's on Steam, right?
Yes, it's free to play. It's robot ninjas in space, so it's like all tons of awesome.
Yeah, I think I saw a video for that where like you going to wake up this one guy or something. You just kicking a bunch of ass in this room and like doing ninja stuff. One dude teleports, another dude freezes.
Yeah.
There's
there's different powers. You can be like a fire mage type. You can be a melee heavy type. There's pretty much any type of warrior you want to be. It's in there some kind of way. They even have archers with crossbows and stuff. So
be the warrior you want to be.
Oh God.
What is this now?
Oh, speaking of warrior, we've gotten into Warcraft again, me and Richard, and I rolled a human
and
warrior.
Ryan. God.
Oh, you're coming back in.
I don't know. I want to. Well, now that since you guys are playing, you make me want to play.
But you got a PS4. Get out of
Yo,
here.
resub.
Man, I'm going to, dog.
What are you gonna roll? What class?
Well, you guys are melee oriented, so I should be doing something, ranged maybe.
Mm-hmm. We don't need a healer.
But I don't want to be a healer.
Yeah, we do. So you can 3-man dungeons.
Man, no. Well, that would be ideal because we would have a DPS we could rely on. I mean, kinda, because Richard kind of sucks. But then,
okay.
then Devin's a good tank, and then I mean, I've always been a healer, so
Devin's not a good tank.
Well,
look, just because I don't have anything to get aggro doesn't mean I'm not a good tank.
He's a terrible tank.
I think it would be a good idea for me to do like a hybrid class, like roll DPS when I wanted and then heal whenever we do dungeons.
Druid.
Priest.
No! I already have a level 90 priest.
I already have a level 90 rogue.
Man, you know how long I've been playing priest since BC?
You know how long I've been playing rogue?
I don't know.
Since vanilla. No, I'm kidding.
No. I mean, I want to do either druid or shaman. So, probably going to do a priest. Just kidding. But yeah, anyway. That's
cool.
gonna be good. Getting back into that.
That'll be sweet.
Yeah.
We're on Dawnbringer, by the way, if anyone wants to add us.
Yeah, I think I'm also on Dawnbringer.
Yeah, we should leave our real ID tags maybe.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, because then we might get the spam bots and stuff.
We're so famous and popular.
I know. I mean, all of our
send us
viewers,
an email.
Send us Well, I give out my personal email, and I don't get any weird nudes from a 35-year-old dude or anything.
Whatever, man. No one listens to our show.
You guys, I want to thank Jimmy.
I want to thank the people that are actually listening right now.
And Margaret. Yeah, the only people who are.
I want to thank Obama. Thanks a lot
for dropping that new album.
That new album of 2013.
The last big album. But, so yeah, how are you guys viewing this New Year's upcoming? What are you guys gonna do? What's your big plan?
A year in review.
Let me put it this way: I'm just so glad this year's almost over with.
Yeah.
It's been an awful year, man. Lots of bad stuff has happened. I'm not a superstitious guy, but if you would say it's unlucky 13 or whatever, I'm gonna nod my head and agree with you, and probably take my shirt off, twist around my head, spin it like a helicopter, because the year's almost over, and I cannot wait to as Richard liked to put it in the very first episode, get this show on the road.
Oh, snap!
Throwbacks.
Throwback. Duel.
So we'll get to some Hearthstone news in a second, but in regard to this in this year, what's been your favorite game of the year, Ryan?
Man, that's hard to say.
It's hard to remember what released earlier this year, right? Because all the best stuff has come out most recently, I think.
Right.
Nope.
I mean, no.
There's one game above them all.
I think The Last of Us would be my favorite game of the year.
Yeah, that's what most people are saying.
Either that or, I mean, the new BioShock was great.
It was really, really good.
New Pokemon was great.
It was okay.
Hearthstone, hello.
Hearthstone's not out yet, you goon.
Yeah, it is. For us.
I mean, it's not finished.
True, it won't release this year, but yeah, I mean, I'd have to say Probably The Last of Us, because that game brought me to tears.
A wimp.
What a pansy.
Man, watch the first 15 minutes of that game and it'll make you cry, dog.
What brings me to tears is how awful it plays. It's just not good. I get the story, but I mean, like,
the gameplay is phenomenal.
It's not. It's boring.
You spend like half the game.
It's a next gen Left 4 Dead.
No, Left 4 Dead is throwing zombies at you. This game, in certain points, is throwing zombies at you, but a lot of the time you're just walking around exploring this post-apocalyptic world that's torn apart by everything, and it's a story about a man who's lost everything in his life and this little girl who's just trying to figure out what the hell she's doing. And apparently the fan fiction between the two is very frightening, and I read something from Naughty Dog that said their New Year's resolution in the new Game Informer, and they were like, our New Year's resolution is to never make a sequel to The Last of Us because of all of the fan fiction we've read about Ellie and Joel.
That's crazy, yes.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
I just think like the games, like the quality of games, there's so many different games, and it's like comparing apples to oranges to bananas and cantaloupes and strawberries and blueberries and
everything
walnuts
else.
And everything else on the
Walnuts.
All that in the same room.
Welcome to math.
Man, you shop at Whole Foods or something? Shit.
No, it's just like all the games are different, and you can't really compare them all, and like the quality of them fluctuates up and down. So like standards are not, there's not a set standard for that encompasses all games. So I think a game like Last of Us comes along that finally has a good story and people trip on their shit.
Yeah.
Like, why? What's the big deal? Like, a game should have a good story.
The big deal is there's always compromise, you know? Like, there's always a game that comes out, and it's always either, man, the multiplayer is so good, or man, the single player is really good, like the gameplay is great, and these mechanics are good, but the story's lacking. It's always one or the other. There's never a game that comes out that everyone's like, holy crap, the multiplayer is really good, or holy crap, the story's really good, or oh my god, these graphics are amazing, or oh my god, the gameplay for the single player is great. And I thought that's what The Last of Us was. I mean, everything was tied together so well, and it was so fluent, and it just played so well.
Well, you see, I think it's that compromise exactly that compromises this game. It's just like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I feel like, how can I put this? The gamers, we're the parents, and like the gaming industry as a whole is like the kid that used to be really good in school when he was young. He always got straight A's, but now he's getting older, and he's lacking in certain subjects.
He's starting to do drugs and
and then
unprotected sex.
Like all of a sudden, he comes home with straight A's.
He
comes home with one good A on his report card, and everyone flips their shit because
you should have been doing this all along. You should have been doing this.
I think that's how it was back in the day, though. I mean, there were some bombs and some stinkers, of course, but I mean, crap, dude. Go back to like the Super Nintendo days, or like any of the consoles that never made it, like the Jaguar system and Apple's system that came out. I forgot what it's called, but all those games systems that were like $700-800 that nobody ever played, those bombed. And have you ever watched The Angry Video Game Nerd? All he talks about is shit games, and there are a lot of them.
Yeah.
So you can't say that about back in the day. I mean, yeah, there were more games that were
what I think
amazing and huge, but go ahead.
I think what happened back in the day is information didn't travel as fast, so people aren't going to talk about something that's boring. Like, they didn't do bad reviews like they do now. So if something sucked, you just didn't hear about it. But now it's like, if something's bad, it's like an obligation to publicly shame it. Yeah. There's going to be a ton of reviews of people saying this game is terrible. Like, before, it just got filtered out. Well, that game sucks, but I hear this Mario Kart's pretty good, so let's take that. So you just will never hear about them.
It's a given with a lot of the genres anyway, like the Zeldas and the Marios. You knew those games were going to be good. I mean, aside from a couple of them, like The Legend of Zelda 2 and all that other crap. But
all right, I hear you. So allow me to revise my point then. Okay, Last of Us is good. It's not my game, but I'm not stubborn to think it's not a good game. You know, I didn't care for it, and I agree that it's got its quality moments, particularly the ending, which I don't know anything about. Whatever. I think it deserves all the praise it gets for whatever reason anyone thinks. I think the real problem here is it stood out because so much. So unless you really understand this next point, it stood out so much because I think there just wasn't much else really good to play this year. It wasn't a very good year for gaming.
No.
No?
No, I'm saying
you can't say that.
I don't like.
I mean,
Borderlands 2 is my favorite game of the year, and that came out this year, and that game was amazing.
Come on, Borderlands 2, the new Pokemon, the new
X and Y, yeah,
new Battlefield.
Wait, Call of Duty. We were until you said that.
You can't deny play Call of Duty Ghosts, play the campaign on the game, and tell me that's not a great story and a great game.
But it's like copy and paste it from Modern Warfare 2, apparently.
No. The first
15
15 minutes you're running around a neighborhood that's being torn apart by this satellite laser missile that got taken over by communists and shot at the U.S. 4 or 5 times, it's crazy.
The thing with the Call of Duty games is like the stories may be amazing, but they're cliche and unoriginal. Just like every action movie is these days.
I mean, what else can you do with it, though?
Yeah, that's a dilemma. It's only going to get worse as time progresses because it's going to be more and more difficult to make an original story.
True.
But when they're using elements like Call of Duty has had the same formula. If you like, the games have felt exactly the same in terms of gameplay and environment and everything as a whole since Modern Warfare 2, in my opinion.
Yeah,
maybe even the first Modern Warfare. Like it feels it just looks better. That's it.
Well, they add tweaks to certain things as well. Like instead of, I think Black Ops, when you run and hold down the crouch button, you dive or something.
Yeah, they add
instead of that, and this you slide on your knees. I mean, it's cool, but I do agree. I mean, it's just the same old formula rehashed, but it's done so well.
Yeah, it's a good formula.
It works.
I'm not saying they're bad games.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know?
Yeah. But I'm not at all bashing the Call of Duty franchise. I have my fair share of Call of Duty. Like, I was heavy into Modern Warfare 2 and 3.
Yep.
I mean,
I got a PS4, and I wanted to get a game that pushed the limits of the system, aside from Killzone, because I still want to get Killzone, and apparently that's the most beautiful game on the system. But I mean, Call of Duty, it looks great, it feels great, it plays very well, and the online is great, you know, aside from the fact that it's still the same old people that wait in corners with sniper rifles or shotguns.
Yeah.
It gets annoying, but anyway, yeah, I've been playing that a lot, and I mean, what about, you said Borderlands 2 is yours, Rashard?
Yeah, that was my favorite game of the year.
Why is that?
It was just basically because it's Borderlands. Like the same stuff that you expected from Borderlands 1, or you got in Borderlands 1, it came back even better in the second one.
Yeah.
Like the characters were all hilarious. If they weren't hilarious, they were awesome. The main antagonist, I guess. He's Handsome Jack.
Handsome Jack.
One of my favorite villain characters. Very Joker-esque.
Yep.
Like hilarious, but completely insane at the same time.
Yep.
And his character was amazing. Characters such as Tiny Tina, she was hilarious. Like, I don't know, the game, it had a decent story for a shooter RPG. It wasn't like an amazing story. It was kind of dull, actually, but the gameplay was so fun. I love the weapon systems, like how you find upgrades and weapon mods, class mods, and all that stuff. I don't know.
How's the online, like co-op?
Oh, that's amazing. I beat the whole game probably about 6 times with all
Wow.
my friends. Yeah, we played that we had over like 200 hours of gameplay into that.
What do you what system you have it on?
I had it on PC.
How's your graphics card? I mean, does it play?
I handle it average like 45 frames per second,
Do
but
you,
like if there's
what's your quality, like low or high or
I have it on all high.
Oh wow. So you must have a good GPU then.
I guess it's like some Toshiba laptop. It's not even that amazing.
What?
Yeah, it handles stuff pretty well though.
I have an old school Radeon card, and I played single player on Borderlands 2 on the PC because I have it, and it played well for a while. But then, like in large gunfights, it would lag so hard.
Yeah, in large gunfights, it would drop down to like 20.
Yeah.
I think I might have had. See, what I normally do is I turn off shadows.
Right. That helps a lot too.
But I can have everything else on high.
I mean, I don't want to play the game on PC. I love Borderlands. I played the crap out of the first one. I played the second one a lot. Never beat it, but I loved the game, and I just recently got it on PlayStation Plus for free, and but I want to play it on PC because it supports NVIDIA's whole physics engine thing, and I don't have a NVIDIA card, so I'm planning on getting like a GTX 760 or something like that, like a huge upgrade from my card whenever I have, $300. But once I do that, I'm going to be so into that game, it's going to be ridiculous. I just wanted to play with like the smoothest frame rate possible because that's one of my biggest pet peeves is playing a game and the frame rate having issues. I hate.
Yeah, I can't stand that. And Unreal Engine in any game. Unreal is the most optimized game engine in my opinion. So,
oh yeah,
like Warframe is an extremely beautiful game, and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna handle that. But I saw it was Unreal Engine, so I downloaded it anyway. I had to turn my graphics to all low. I don't even have to because when I turned it to all low, FPS is like 50 stable.
Yeah.
Even in combat, and it's like, wow.
But I mean, I can do that as well, and it runs, max FPS. But
oh yeah.
Then you miss out on all the beautiful textures and all that other stuff. So
it's just not the same.
I know. I need to get a new card. I mean, that's probably why I've been playing my PS4 more than my anything on computer. I mean, for obvious reasons, but also my PS4. The GPU in the PS4 is essentially the same as a GTX 660 from NVIDIA, I think, and that's a huge upgrade from the GPU in my computer now. So my PS4 is pretty much just an updated computer.
Yeah.
So
it was like a hunt to find something stronger than the PS4 for under $400. There was only like 3 or 4 combinations that did it. It was stronger than it, and it was $400.
Yeah, I mean, you can get in order to get something. I mean, the graphics that equal the PS4's graphics aren't very expensive. Like you can get a GTX 660 for less than $200 now, but you'd have to get a processor that's as quick as the PS4's processor because it's got an 8-core processor. Sheesh. And that crap is fast. It's very streamlined. But Devin, where you at, man? You're so quiet.
Oh, I'm just listening.
You enjoying the convo?
Yeah, I love your sexy bass tones.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
here.
God,
we in there. So my favorite game of the year.
Yeah, tell us about yours.
As far as I've said, I don't think there's much good that's come out this year, so it's pretty easy. It's Metal Gear Solid Rising: Revengeance, which is
knew it.
The worst moniker ever, I suppose. It was just great, It was the development was given to Platinum Games, so the melee combat, as this one website likes to put it, is peerless. It is very good. It's just lots of fun. The story's real stupid. It's only a stone's throw away from the classic Hideo Kojima lore, but it is, as far as I can tell, it's quite canon. So It's just loads of fun. It gets a little silly at points, but the last boss fight's really funny. There's just loads of political humor that Kojima likes to put in his games, and on top of that, it's just damn good fun. Like, I wish there was more games out like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, a Power Ranger game that controlled like this would be so awesome.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just
Oh god.
it's so great. Like, from the get-go, you start the game and it's beautiful. I'm like, what? Where's this game been all my life? I just loved it. It was crazy over the top. It wasn't over the top and stupid like some movies can be, like Quentin Tarantino to name a director. But it was funny and it was good. And like Giant Bomb, one of the co-hosts in Giant Bomb, he mentioned, unlike most fighting games, it puts you in the defensive. Like, most of the time in the game, you're spending blocking and deflecting attacks, which is like really it's different, and I enjoy that. It makes you strategize more, and how effective you can be at blocking stuff like a Metal Gear foot coming at your face. You block that, or a huge Metal Gear trying to crush you. You just blocking it with your sword, and you're like, I'm done with this, get out of here, get slashed. It's so good, man. And then the dog get slashed. The dog is funny. It's just a great game by far. It's a technical achievement to me. It's just beautiful in every way for a current gen game, and I'm glad it's on PC now. I'm gonna have to get it because I want to see. Yeah, it's on PC now. Yeah.
Oh my
That's
god.
nuts.
You're gonna want to hook a controller up to play it, but
Yeah.
Man, you can. I'm so stoked about having this PS4 controller because you can use it on the PS3 and the PC and the Xbox 360.
I might have to buy a PS4 controller just to play with the PC.
Yeah, it's only $60, and it's an incredible controller. Like, if you guys haven't touched this thing, it's gonna make you cry. It's amazing.
I'm doing it. I'm gonna get one.
Another.
You have a PS4? No, just PC gaming.
Another thing that I like about that Kojima does in his games, he always drops in like subtle, like, moral checks. Like, he'll say something like I don't know what the word, prophetic, I guess, I don't know. It makes you think. It makes you think. Like, there's a message behind all the madness. Usually, like the whole Metal Gear series is like huge, like, anti-war, world peace kind of message to it.
Yeah.
But like, and then certain characters will be themed around like a certain element of war that he hates, like greed or torture or whatever. And like, the way he does it is just beautiful. That's why Metal Gear is my favorite series.
The end boss of Revengeance is this super bulked up senator, which I've had a boss that looks just like him, and his like political beliefs, which he hammers on you while he punches you in the face, like, it's so stupidly compelling. It's like super entertaining. It's really great.
I
Then he
know.
hops in a big Metal Gear and kicks your ass.
It's like if America was a boss, we would be the senator.
Yeah, it's the satire of American politics, but in Revengeance rather than Grand Theft Auto, and it's so great. That's why it's my favorite game of the year.
Obama Gear.
Obama Gear.
That new album.
Dropping them albums.
So, we already talked about our favorite games of the year. What about your least favorite games of the year? What do you guys think about that?
It's hard to say because they would have been forgettable, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's hard to think of them.
Kind of become repressed memories when they're that bad.
True.
Like trying to forget it.
Yep.
I didn't really play any sports games. I'm not really into Star Trek or anything like that.
I can't
obviously
think of anything that came out this year.
I mean,
despise playing.
I think this question revolves around personal preference, or
Right.
like something you personally played. I don't know. You can't really say a game that everyone else said was really bad, but you didn't play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think my least
know.
favorite.
It's a hard question.
I think my least favorite is Pokemon X and Y.
What?
Only because.
Get
Only
slashed.
Only because. For one, I've never played a Pokemon game my entire life.
That is a sin.
And two, I'm so sick of hearing about I need to get a 3DS. People are buying a 3DS for this one game.
That's what I did.
Why?
Yeah.
Because it's nostalgic.
Like I sort of grew up watching Pokemon. I didn't really watch TV ever, like in my whole life, so I didn't really care for a lot of the cartoons. But Pokemon, I never got into as a kid.
My girlfriend's clapping because you're talking shit about Pokemon.
Man, get out of here.
Yeah.
Get Resogunned.
Get Resogunned.
Get slashed.
There you go.
Wait, is this the slogan now?
Yeah, that's going to be on every episode from now on. I hope you guys know.
Slashed.
Get slashed. I'm going to say my least favorite is the new Batman game.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about those games either.
I mean, I loved the first two. Like Arkham Asylum and Arkham City were great. Arkham City was the best out of the three.
Yeah.
And I think that's why the third one's not as good, is because it's hard to top the second game because the second game was so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just there are a lot of things about the game that they tried to mess with and didn't really work out too well.
I know what Devin's gonna say.
What am I gonna say?
I'm not gonna say it because then you're not gonna say it.
I don't know about.
Uh,
I don't know. I didn't play a whole lot of games this year. Like my collection of games I played wasn't that big, but I could certainly tell you some disappointments. And I think this is pretty universally accepted. Is the hype for SimCity and then how much it bombed.
Wait, there was hype around a Sims game?
SimCity.
Oh, SimCity.
Everyone
is
likes
different.
The Sims.
Hey man, Sims has a niche following that is.
I love.
You mean a female following?
Dude, that's a cult following. That's a good game franchise and everything. Sims are great. What's better than being jobless than being virtually jobless? But no, SimCity just promised so much and honestly, it almost delivered. But
Almost.
someone had their hands in the soup with that game and ruined it. Because it's on the very cusp of being fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
They used
their
good hand.
Like it's really fun at times, but then there's certain things you just don't have access to. Like you can't build any of the huge projects alone very effectively because the town size is so small, and you're never on the same time as the other player. You're like your friends or whatever, and then the network doesn't work well enough to even enable that.
Whatever,
you can't send
dude.
money.
Your town is huge.
What?
I can't stand when people do that in games. They force multiplayer down your throat so the single player suffers. It's like, but if you were with 5 other people, you would get 6 million times better rewards.
That's why, yeah, they're pushing the whole co-op thing.
Invite your friends for more city bucks.
Sell more copies of the game. That's all. That's such a good idea, but I don't know. One of them for me as well. I have 2. The other one, everyone's gonna hate me for this. I'm gonna say Grand Theft Auto 5.
I thought Devin was going to say that, but I remember I had that conversation with you, so I was like, no, Ryan was supposed to say that.
Yeah, I mean, okay, it's such a good game.
Mm-hmm.
In retrospect, it's huge. There are so many things to do. You can spend hours in the game. You can stab a hooker. I mean, it's great. But
wait, that's a highlight? I don't.
Yeah, that's a highlight for every Grand Theft Auto game for me. Is
Oh.
the first thing I do is I pick up a hooker, have sex with her, and then when she gets out of the car, I kill her and I take my money back.
That's terrible.
I mean, I've done that since like Vice City, I think.
Oh God.
But yeah, I don't know. I didn't get into it. I thought I didn't like the story as much, which everyone liked. It just didn't pull me in. Like,
it's the only GTA that had a good story.
No, not at all. Okay, Vice City pulled me in so much.
Vice City was my favorite one.
Vice City was great, and
5.
San Andreas as well. San Andreas pulled me in because it had all these new features. Like you could fly planes and all this other crap. Yeah, and I don't know. I just didn't like like the whole modern day Grand Theft Auto, where it's kind of trying to be more realistic, like it started with 4. I didn't really think 4 was great either.
I didn't like any of the GTAs except for Vice City and 3, and then I like 5 now. But it's like, me personally, I feel like the entire series itself is overrated.
Mm-hmm.
But
I agree. I mean, it's like Call of Duty, you know, it's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Every single game, it's always.
I think 5 had the biggest step though in terms of innovation, because there's so much to do in GTA.
Oh yeah, I agree. There's I mean, they've tweaked everything so well, and just like connecting it, even like with the app and stuff on iPhone, and then you have I like a lot of things. Yeah, the selfies, all that crap. I love all the features. I couldn't get into it.
Apart from the minimap being crowded with the shit that you can do, other than that, there's so much you can do that they do very well. The Rockstar does very well of filtering out, so you're not like inundated with content unless you're looking for it. Unlike, for example, the Sims games, which there's just too much to do. It's intimidating, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's so much to do in that game. I'm still playing it. I don't think it's awful. I'm still working on it.
Yeah, I've beat it, and I'm still doing crap around the town.
Yeah.
That's my problem. That's my problem with every game I ever get. I play it for so long, and then something else comes that grabs my attention. I'm like, ooh. And I just have terrible ADD when it comes to gaming.
Yeah, well.
That's why MMOs are ideal for me, because I can look away and then just come back, and I'll be like, oh, okay.
Better come back to WoW.
Oh, I'm going to tonight.
Well, what about your favorite podcast of the year?
Favorite podcast of the year?
I'm going first. Duelist discussion. All right.
Oh, my
Go.
God.
Can't say the same one.
Ryan doesn't listen. He doesn't even listen to our own show.
Me?
Yeah, Ryan.
I do.
Whatever.
Quick, finish this line. Squire, attend me.
Dang it.
That was the
right.
last episode.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. I remember hearing that too. Yeah.
Ready, sir.
That's 2 failures. You don't play Hearthstone, or you don't listen to this podcast.
Dude, can you blame me? I just got a PS4.
Yes.
No, I would say mine is probably Giant Bomb. Giant Bombcast is pretty awesome. I love it. It's a great podcast. Those guys are hilarious.
Yeah,
But,
I honestly don't even really listen to podcasts as much.
So why are you a co-host?
I don't
Aren't you
even-
worthless?
Scum.
Get podcasted.
Get slashed.
What is this resolutions in the... What?
For that bitch.
Who wrote...
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, what's your New Year's resolutions?
Oh,
What are you going to say?
I was like, we're not about to have the 1080p convo, are we?
Oh, no, we're talking about 4K TVs. Let's go.
Get out of here. Get...
I want to spend $6,000 on a 65-inch TV. Do you?
Yeah, that's what I want.
Let's
I
do it.
want to spend $30,000 on that swivel stand 4K TV. Oh, that's beautiful.
That 108-inch.
I want to get.
See a strawberry blown up to bigger than your body, and it's still crisp in HD.
It makes me want to cry.
Mind blowing.
It makes me want to cry from my penis.
I want to get.
No.
I want to spend $100K on one of those like surround sound gyroscopic chairs with a 4K TV attached to it, parallel with your body to the ceiling.
I'd
How about
be happy with dinner. I mean,
You know, like, I'll be happy with a place to sleep. You ungrateful.
right. I mean,
Nope.
I'm happy that I have a roof over my head. God, guys.
Get out of here.
Way to be selfish, Richard.
Yeah, on that note.
Yeah,
Selfish.
okay, resolutions. What is your New Year's resolution for 2014? Devin, go.
Not drink any more tequila.
Oh,
God. It was
let-
like tequila.
Let me
the three
let me fill you in. Let me
yeah,
preface this a little bit.
talk about that, because you make it seem like you drink tequila every day.
No, I'm actually not very familiar with tequila. I like margaritas, but I've never had more than maybe 1 or 2 in one sitting, and that's it. I'm a big guy. I'm like 6 feet. It's nothing, right?
But you're skinny though.
No, I'm not that skinny.
Don't skinny.
So I treated my girlfriend. Shut up. I treated my girlfriend's family to Christmas presents or whatever, unprovoked. And they're like, that's sweet, thanks, I guess. And they took me with them to the aquarium. Yeah. So after that, like that, and they paid for my ticket and all that, and I got to see a dolphin show, and they're like, there's your Christmas gift. Thanks. And seen some dolphins to orchestra music. Whatever, it's cool. I've been in the aquarium plenty of times. Aquarium's cool. Spend time with the girls are great. And their family is great. It's entertaining. They're a bunch of little Asians, so that's funny. So after that, we hit up a Mexican restaurant called, what's the most popular one down here?
El Nopal?
No.
El Palasa or some crap. I don't know.
No, not Chico.
Chili's?
La Pareja.
Chili's?
La Pareja. However you say
Not
it.
very popular.
It is actually.
Paella.
La Pareja.
I think we just put like every stereotype possible in like 5 seconds right there.
What you did was lose our listener base.
I know, gosh.
They were all Hispanic?
We're so big in Mexico.
So I was
Mexico.
I was eating dinner with my girl's family, and so they get margaritas or whatever, and I'm having a bunch of margarita just to keep certain other people from drinking it and embarrassing themselves, to say the least. I'd never had this much tequila before. They ordered like 2 pitchers, and I drank at least half of both of them. I don't know if that's a big deal or not. I go hard, maybe not, whatever. Don't judge me.
Get
so
slashed.
I had to like
Get slashed.
I had to go puke because I was just feeling ill. Like it wasn't like, oh god, I'm gonna be sick. Like I forced it upon myself. You know what I mean? Oh, like gross sticking your finger down your throat thing. So sorry, I know that's graphic, but oh man, I was just feeling so ill. So I'm not gonna touch tequila anymore.
Model life.
Model life. Straight edge for days.
Straight edge for days.
Other than that, drink more good craft beer and
yeah, you need to open your mouth and heart to more of the beers that I have been drinking, my friend.
whatever, dude. You're not a role model. Get out of here.
Man, whatever. You're drinking Blue Moon. Get out of here, Anheuser-Busch. That's
But
right.
I like
said
Dos
it.
Equis.
Man, whatever.
Whatever. What's your resolution?
Richard.
I don't really have one because, I mean, I recently lost 20 pounds, so I can't put that on the list.
Wow, that's awesome.
I would say to stop smoking, but I just started that.
I just started, so.
You just started? Yeah, you need to stop immediately.
Yeah, I need to cut that out. It's actually the best time to quit, but it's like, but I just started. I don't
one
feel
of those,
guilty yet.
I got one of those vapor pens. You should get one of those.
Yeah, one of my friends is like trying to get into that, like selling them and making his own and stuff. And he made these like automatic ones or something that you just push a button and it makes vapor or something. I don't know how he does it.
That's the kind of one that I have, and it's really classy looking, and I have a lanyard for it that I put around my neck, so it's always on me. I put it under my shirt or whatever whenever I want to hit it, and you can smoke it anywhere. It's just I think this one's oil vapor, and it's it feels like a cigarette. It gives you the sensation of it, and it's the whole aesthetic of holding something and the whole oral fixation thing.
Yeah.
And it helps a lot, and you can get certain degrees of nicotine and stuff. Like there's you can get no nicotine ones, if you just want to do the motion, if you're not really addicted to nicotine or anything, or you can get 8 milligram or I think 16 milligram, and then the highest one's like 24 or something. And I got the 8, so I just smoke on it throughout the day, and it helps. It helps a lot. And my girlfriend has been smoking for 5 years, I think, every day, and she hasn't smoked a cigarette in 2 days now since she's had it, and she's doing real good. She's not trying to kill people or anything. I work with like 4 or 5 people that have one as well, and they're like, yeah, I haven't smoked in like 6 months. So
See, I don't smoke cigarettes. I smoke Black and Milds.
man,
So it's like I smoke like one of those a day, if that. I normally smoke right before I game because it like increases my
Uh-oh.
alertness.
alertness.
We lost Richard.
But I don't know, like, yeah, I'm not addicted to them or anything yet. So,
well,
what about you, Ryan?
Don't get addicted. For me, I'm gonna say quit smoking, and I mean
so unoriginal.
I've already started that kind of so, but I think for 2014 my goal, once I move out of this apartment in July, and just in general, is to hopefully I'll be getting this new job, and hopefully I'll be making a lot more money, and my goal and resolution for the year is to save a lot of that money and not be broke all the time.
Yeah, I hear that.
So yeah.
Well, cool. Why don't we finally move on to some Hearthstone news, right?
I
What
guess.
do you got?
There's not much. Sorry.
Right. Wah, wah, wah.
Hope you've enjoyed this podcast.
Yeah.
No, but like we said on last episode, Season 1 concludes January 2nd with all the beta invites stopping shortly after. Because open beta is coming, and all those beta keys are just
Floating.
well,
out
they're
there.
dropping in value. You know, they're not going for as much on eBay and that kind of thing, and streamers are just passing them out. Plenty of extras lying around. Shows giving them out like no one's business. Whatever. So, but Season 1 concludes January 2nd, and of course everyone's rank in ranked play is going to be reset, and we're all going to start back at 25. So for those first few days, 25 is not going to be as easy as it is now, going against the rather amateur players, which has its merits, I suppose. Where did you end up, Richard?
I am 18 currently.
Yeah, I'm stuck at 15. Can't seem to get past the 15 range because in that little niche, like I've mentioned.
'Cause you suck.
That too?
Get
No, not
slashed.
really. I do okay. I do almost about near around Garrett Weinzierl from The Angry Chicken. So, you know, there's that. Yeah, that's my standard of success, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know, the metagame or the card choices that I end up going against in the counter decks, that kind of thing, I feel like it changes so rapidly in that section, or maybe at this point in between those stars, those win-loss. Like I win some, and then I lose some, and then I start winning again because my MMR just keeps going up and down, and it's balanced, just so balanced. I can't think of anything else other than it just being ridiculously balanced.
Yeah, this
What about
is
you,
one
Ryan?
of the first.
So balanced. It's all balanced.
This beer is so bodied, full-bodied. It's just so balanced.
The head is so good.
God.
I love the head.
Get out of here, man.
I'm
You don't even
stoked for.
play Hearthstone.
I'm stoked for it to reset because then I won't feel like such a piece of crap.
Yeah.
For being, 25, but yeah. Anyway, that's crazy. Open beta's coming soon, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, inevitably. And then we have other milestones to look forward to, like more rewards, raids, card raids, I guess, if you must call them that.
Right.
It come in other platforms like our phones. Oh, that's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, I'm stoked. I'm stoked because one of my biggest things to look forward to in 2014 is getting a new phone, and I will be departing the world of Apple. And,
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
I want the Lumia.
I can't get the Note 3 because it's only on AT&T.
And you're smarter than that?
Well, that would be amazing, but my upgrade isn't until May, and by then the Galaxy S5 will be out, and then probably another Note will be out, and then some other crazy crap. So I'm definitely gonna get the Galaxy S5 because it's gonna sport. The Note 3. The reason I want it, not only because the screen's huge, but also because it's so powerful. It's got 3 gigs of RAM in it.
Mother of God.
It's got a quad-core processor, which is what I have in my computer, and it's got the memory in the the usable memory is totally upgradable, and it's just easy to take apart, and it's just fully customizable. And I love the OS. I love how it feels and looks, and
Sounds like a girlfriend so far.
yeah, it's great. but the S5 is going to have a little bit bigger screen, 3 gigs of RAM, Same processor, probably a little bit faster. But yeah, I don't know. I'm tired.
His phone game.
But yeah, I'm stoked. For that bitch. Alright. So yeah, anyway, yeah,
cool.
Great. So,
well, let's go over Kalento, who is the European's #1 legend ranked, or at least was at some point recently. Let's go over one of his legendary decks, just for some flavor. We're gonna go over the Shaman one, and I want to see your opinions on this and why you think this one might be doing so well, or why he might have chosen these particular cards in his conquest to glory. Because #1 legend is insane. Okay, that's professional level of skill right there.
All right.
He's got 1 Earth Shock, 2 Forked Lightning, 2 Lightning Bolt, 2 Rock Biter Weapon, 2 Stormforged Axe. You can already see he's got like all the weapons, which is of course right. 2 Feral Spirits. Fucking hate that card. 2 Hex, of course. 2 Lightning Storm. There's your AoE, of course. Mana Tide. Who wouldn't? 2 Unbound Elemental. 2 Earth Elemental. Fucking hate those cards. 2 Fire Elemental. 2 Fairy Dragon. 1 Nat Peggle, which is the legendary that has 50% to draw a card at the end of your turn.
Peggle.
2 Harvest Golem. Nat Peggle, yeah.
Oh no.
2 Harvest Golem. 2 Defender of Argus. And then 1 Ragnaros, the Fire Lord. Most of his other legendary decks have a Ragnaros. I heard Baron Geddon could be a viable choice for Shaman. You think that might have worked if switching that with the Ragnaros? Or you think Ragnaros is necessary?
Ragnaros is always necessary.
Yeah, I feel like Ragnaros is always going to be better. Baron Geddon deals how much damage to all enemy
2.
or 2 minions?
To every minion on the board.
To every minion. Turn. And it's I don't know. The minions in this deck all have a lot of health, and it's Fairy Dragon's not immune from that, is it?
Fairy Dragon can be hit by it.
Okay.
Fairy Dragon can't be targeted directly.
Yeah, Fairy Dragon can be hit by anything AoE.
So like another AoE abilities hit it, but
this deck's made entirely of very shaman-like things. It's not like just slightly shaman flavored. It's extremely shaman flavored. Yeah. He's got more shaman cards than he has neutral cards.
That's always good to do that with a certain kind of deck anyway, I think.
Yeah, it says a lot of good things about the shaman class, which to me hasn't really been much talked about.
It hasn't been utilized and taken advantage of as much as I think it could be.
And he's got a lot of spells and effects, and not as many minions, which is fine because his totem is a minion. The shaman's going to rely on having minions on the board with that. But he doesn't have any minion boosting spells, does he?
I mean, he has Defender of Argus, if you can count that.
The shaman doesn't have any minion boosting spells. Is that what you're saying?
No, Kalento doesn't. Like there's spells that give your totems more health, that kind of thing. He doesn't have any of those in here. He's not messing with that. If anything, he only uses the totems as just extra minions, if at all.
Yeah, probably more of like, he has the Defenders of Argus, and he can, summon a couple minions and then throw him out there and then get a bunch of Taun out there.
Like, if you get a Defender of Argus between 2 Feral Spirits, that's just insane. Because Feral Spirits are already overpowered.
I mean, maybe not. It gives some overload, but I personally don't think the overload is enough, because that overload lasts 1 turn, where they can't do anything, but you spend that entire turn trying to handle those feral spirits, so it's like he might as well have not had any overload,
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to pay for that more than the overload. Like, at the very least, it slows you down, which I guess is the point, right? And if you don't have anything to handle those feral spirits on your off turn, well, then there's that. But this deck features a lot of control, and maybe that's the key. Control, a tiny bit of draw, and just very specific things like Fairy Dragon, the Nat Peggle for the draw, the Harvest Golem, which handles AoE very well, because they die and summon another one.
Then he tossed those Unbound Elementals in there to get some kind of recovery out of using all of this overload that's in his deck. He's going to get a stronger minion for overloading, so he'll get something. He won't lose as much when he overloads.
Yeah, this deck looks extremely inconvenient for an opponent.
Yeah. I actually have a Shaman deck that's very similar to it. It was based on, or it was created by Doom DG. He's rank 1. don't think there's any legend. No, there's 2 legendaries in that one. There's a Sylvanas and a Dalnos. What's his? I always forget his name. The skeleton guy. The
Skeleton.
The 2 mana legendary.
Blood Mage Thalnos.
Yeah, Blood Mage Thalnos. It's very similar to this one, but it's more focused on anti-aggro rather than... This one looks like burn.
You think so? It looks like control, and like, here,
Control.
you can't handle this. Now you're out of cards.
Earth Elemental.
I just
Yeah,
take
he
the
has
win.
taunts and stuff in there. Yeah, this is more control deck.
Yeah, this is control. Handle this. Oh, you can't handle it. I guess I win. You know, because like he's gonna starve you of cards with all this control and lightning bolt and rockbiter and stormforge, and you just can't keep up. And then he's gonna have these totems, and then he's gonna Ragnaros you, finish you off with that, or an elemental. You're done.
Get Ragnarost.
Get Ragnaros. Eat my Fire Lord.
This deck is really solid, actually.
Yeah, I like it. I want to make it. I'm gonna give that one a shot. Maybe get to rank 14.
I just hate that every good pro deck or deck idea that I have, I need a legendary, and I just don't have them yet.
Well, they're in there, man. You got to use them.
Yeah.
Go make it.
Let me know when you get 1,600.
I have several legendaries.
Only one I have is... No, I have 2. I have Malygos and... Who's the other? I had Baron Geddon, but I dusted him. There's one more. I can't remember who it is, though.
I dusted Archmage Antonidas.
I think I dusted him, too. I think that was the other one that I was thinking about. Get slashed.
Well, you got to save up. Let's move on to Card Conquistador!
Duel!
Who is it brought to us by? Ryan.
It is brought to us by, as always, audibletrial.com. Wonderful, wonderful website if you're into audiobooks at all. Check it out. You can get a free download, free trial. If you go through us, go to audibletrial.com/discussion. Check that out. There's a lot of great stuff on there. The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, any of that kind of stuff. If you're into fantasy, or something like The Road, post-apocalyptic drama, anything you would like. They probably have Dr. Seuss on there for people like Richard. So
Oh wow! Oh wow!
I'm sorry. I'm just goofing. But yeah. Anyway, what is our card conquistador?
All right, let's say you roll a paladin in arena, and draft comes up. The first pick, the first thing you get to. You don't have any other cards in your deck. You're at 0 and 30 for card choice. You pick a paladin, and the draft starts. For the first choice, you're given 3 legendaries to choose from. Which do you choose? King Mukla, which is a 3/5/5, give your opponent 2 bananas as a battle cry. The Black Knight, which is a 6/4/5, destroy an enemy minion with taunt, which is a battle cry. Any enemy minion with taunt. Or Tinkmaster Overspark, which is a 3/2/2, whose battle cry is transform a random minion into a 5/5 Devilsaur or a 1/1 Squirrel at random, 50-50 chance. That might not sound ideal, but here's the value in the Tinkmaster. You could turn something that's bigger than a 5/5 Devilsaur into a Devilsaur at least, so at least it's not as bad.
What if it's yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
No, you get to choose. You get to transform a minion. You get to choose the minion that rolls the dice.
That's just his battle cry? That's not like at the end of your turn it happens every time?
No, it's a battle cry. So if there's like a King Crush on the board and you already got hit to the face, you can get rid of that thing at least and turn it at the least into a 5/5 Devilsaur if you're not lucky enough to get a 1/1 Squirrel.
Yeah,
it's
that's
better
good,
than
yeah.
the latter, yeah. He's becoming very popular. The Black Knight, of course, is very powerful because he destroys any enemy minion with taunt. Anything with taunt. That's
Wait,
incredible.
Say that any enemy. Say that again. Say that like really
I'm gonna
fast.
throw up.
I know. Any enemy taunt.
Any enemy minion.
Any enemy minion. With
Any enemy
taunt.
minion. With
Any
taunt.
enemy minion. There you go.
That's not fair. You can rap.
No, I can't. Because I'm black.
It's because it's black.
So racist.
I'm about to drop that album, though.
Obama dropped that album.
So what you choose? The King Mukla gives your opponent 2 bananas, which what does that do again?
I think that would be good. I mean, the bananas don't really have a great effect, I don't think. Do they?
If anything, it helps balance out the having a 3/5/5 on the board.
Well, if anything, you're giving them more cards that fill up their hand, and either they use them and use the mana on them, or they keep them in their hand and just have maximum cards. And
if they have, you can fatigue them too. I think.
Yeah.
No.
Well, they don't draw. They just get.
I mean, not the fatigue. The one where if you get more than, I think it's 10 cards, it just pushes some out.
Yeah, that would be ideal though, but that's very, very special occasion.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen often.
King Mukla, he's a lot like Leroy Jenkins. When you play him, they get the 2 cards they need to kill him. So he's like enjoy this benefit now, but you need to take care of your shit. King Mukla is probably most effective when you already are in the lead and you can afford a loss and advantage just a little bit. So all three of these are particularly okay, but keep in mind you're rolling a paladin. So what do you think would be a best option? You don't know what else you might get. What do you think you would gamble with?
I'm going to go with the Tinker guy.
Yeah.
Simply because you can probably turn a Silverhand recruit into the 5/5. Because there's they're already 1/1, so if it doesn't work, then oh well.
Right.
But
I would say the Black Knight.
Black Knight?
Meh.
It's so powerful. You could destroy a ton. What if a druid drops an 8/8?
What if they don't have any? What are you going to do against a burn deck? It's going to be completely useless.
I mean, maybe. But he is expensive if you don't get that effect off.
It's like a complete waste.
This is a tough question, yeah. I would go with Black Knight. What say you, Ryan?
I'm going to say the Tinkerer guy.
Yeah, all right. So be it.
Well, you guys want to talk about some Christmas-related stuff some more?
Well, before we get to that, we went over some music by Being last week. You ever heard of Being?
No.
Well, Being is a progressive rock band based in Orlando, Florida, my friend. After 10 years, they've finally released the debut album, Anthropocene, which is a term for the human firmament on the Earth, by the way. In a similar vein, they're all about the cosmos, and that very theme pervades their music in a radically different way than you've ever heard. Which is great because I love this theme. Space stuff is great. Speaking of space stuff, it looks like 2014 is shaping up to be the year of space video games. The track we've got included in this podcast for you today is Air Atlantic with Spencer Sotelo guest vocaling from Periphery, which is very good, yes.
Periphery. Great band.
If you would prefer to skip ahead, it's about 5 minutes. Otherwise, check them out and enjoy this now.
vast expanses have deep. Don't stand down, we hold our ground and preserve who we are. Rebound and hold our ground when we've been pushed too far. So I never stand down, I hold my ground, I preserve who we are. Rebound, I hold my ground when I've been pushed too far. Don't stand down, we hold our ground and preserve who we are. Rebound and hold our ground when we've been pushed too far. So I never stand down, I hold my ground, I preserve who we are. Rebound, I hold my ground when I've been pushed too far. Pushed too far.
You can buy Bing's album Anthropocene at bingmusic.bandcamp.com. Just $5, I believe, at the time of this airing. Check it out. It is great stuff. We appreciate them letting us shout out. If you would like to support the show, give us $5. That's all I'm asking. $5. $5, and we will say, go to John's Stapler Outlet. He's great, and he's handsome, and he's got good staplers.
He's got great teeth too. He looks like John Cusack.
Yeah, it just smells nicer.
Yep.
Just $5. We'll sponsor you. That's easy.
Devin will do some dirty things for $5.
I'll pretend like we're engaged.
Oh, snap.
Oh god.
I'll take my clothes off on air. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
No.
How about some advice? If you want to see a card in a deck in Hearthstone, you need to put 2 of them in there. It's going to increase your chances of seeing any card if you have more than 1 of them. However, here's the catch. Here's the catch 22. What does that even mean? What's 22 have to do with
Catch
it?
33 if you want to listen to Meshuggah.
Yeah. In the same vein as being, but don't roll 2 of a card you don't necessarily want to play twice. For example, a huge paladin heal or something. Like, why would you ever need to restore? I mean, I guess you could roll a heal in deck, but it's so niche. Like, mages are not so such a problem anymore. Anyway, that's my tip.
Well,
let's move on.
Let's go on to some more Christmas-related discussions. I have some questions for y'all.
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
And it is related to science. Just kidding. Well, since it's the holidays and I got a PS4, brings up some questions like, for me personally, that I kind of wanted to know. How many game systems have you guys gotten for Christmas in your lifetime?
Pardon him while he powers up. I got a GameCube, an Xbox, a Game Boy, a PlayStation, a PlayStation 3? Yeah, 5. Nothing crazy.
I mean, that's a good amount of systems.
I mean, those are good systems, too.
Yeah, definitely. What about a Shard?
3. I got Game Boy Color, my PS2, and my Xbox, the first one.
Nice. I don't remember how many I've got. I think, okay.
You asked the question.
This spoiled bitch.
Nintendo 64 is the first one I got. I'd say after that, I got a Game Boy Color. And then It was the Pikachu edition, I remember. And then I got Dreamcast one year. And then I think I got PS3 is probably the next one after that. Because I bought personally with my own money every other system. Like GameCube and Xbox, the original Xbox I bought.
Well, excuse me.
God
Man, I've been working since I was like 15, you know.
Whatever, me too. Get out of here.
Well,
so self-entitled.
Whatever.
Done with you, co-host.
All right, let's see how.
Fucker.
What about your favorite game that you got for Christmas?
Legend of Zelda 8, not HD collection, but the Legend of Zelda collection, which came with all the Zeldas on the GameCube. Exactly, the GameCube. Had a demo of Wind Waker on it, had Ocarina of Time before the update came with the 3DS, had Majora's Mask, which is the most up-to-date version of it you can get. You could debug that shit with a Game Shark on the GameCube, and the GameCube held up very well hardware-wise. The thing does not break very easily. It's just great. The disc sensors, I mean, the GameCube's a great system, and that game for that, it came bundled with it. It was great. Perfect. That's my answer. What about yours, Richard?
What was the question again? Favorite game we've gotten for Christmas?
Yep.
Time extended.
Checkpoint. I actually don't know. I want to say SSX3.
It's tricky. It's tricky.
Oh, not that one. I hated that tricky crap.
It's tricky to rock around.
I turned it off at every SSX that had them saying, "It's tricky."
It's tricky.
But, oh wait, no, it's Super Smash Bros. Melee because I got that in the same Christmas.
Oh snap!
Melee.
I think for me, it was probably Donkey Kong 64.
Boo!
That game was so good. Have you guys ever played it?
It didn't even compare to Donkey Kong Country.
Man, that crap was so linear.
But it was so good. And
DK64 was huge. Such a big world. So many things to do. It was 3D. I mean, like, come on, dude. You play as 5 different monkeys. It's great.
And I hated, like, 3 out of the 5.
Man, they were all
I hated
awesome.
playing as Donkey Kong.
Donkey
I only
sucked.
liked Diddy.
Diddy sucked.
And the girl.
Dixie was good. And then the old
Chunky
man.
Kong.
Chunky.
It was the really buff one. Diddy.
And then what's the other one?
The one that can transform.
No, the lanky guy who has long arms.
Yeah, that's the one that transforms, I think.
Whatever. I remember vividly that game. I remember like the 3rd chapter or whatever when you play as all the monkeys and you play Dixie and she goes up into that like toy factory and you play or you fight against that giant Jack in the Box thing. That was like the coolest thing.
Oh yeah, the factory level. The factory level confused the crap out of me as a kid though.
I'm about to get my Nintendo 64 back today, and I'm gonna play the crap out of that game.
You know they have emulators that have online multiplayer for the classic N64 games now, right? So
oh my god, they have emulators on the computer you can do?
Yeah, there's emulators that have online multiplayer mods.
So I can play my N64 with my PS4 controller.
Yes.
You can play up to GameCube. There's up to GameCube and PS2 emulators now.
Yeah.
I gotta find out how to do all that.
They don't work very well, but they work.
Yeah, the emulator scene is always about like 2 or 3 major consoles behind in terms of it being easy.
They're already working on Xbox One emulators because it's coded so differently from 360. It's much more possible.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What are you guys gonna ask for next year for Christmas? Do you know?
A father.
Wow, way to bring down the show, Devin.
Oh God.
Jesus.
So depressing.
Well.
That's not funny.
Get
I don't
fucked.
know.
Get slashed.
I don't know what I'm gonna want.
New teeth, some beer.
I mean,
actual
a
facial
nice
hair?
turtleneck. I don't know. Yeah, nice.
fucker.
Some beard.
Some facial hair to use that gift you got.
You know, I don't necessarily want anything. I'm just happy to be alive, you know, guys.
Here you go.
No, I want to go on a cruise or something. I want to do something crazy. I want to go somewhere. I want to go to Canada.
Cough, cough.
My Canadian friend over here is gonna take me. But no, really. Can I go with you?
When I record my debut album, dog, you gonna be there.
Okay.
What about you, Richard? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna ask for?
I haven't asked for anything for the last like 4 Christmases, so I honestly don't know.
Cool. Then I'm gonna get you a dog
But I'm allergic.
Not even a puppy, just a dog.
and 3 dogs.
Here's a one I found.
I sound like he says then 3 dogs.
What? Okay. What? How about this? What game do you guys revisit every year?
Fable.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Fable 1.
Fable 1. That's a good one. I'm gonna say Kingdom Hearts. I always play that every year.
I mean, it's great, but like every year?
Every year, dude. It's classic.
I revisit the soundtrack every year, but not the game.
Or even Resident Evil 4. I play that every year too. Are you featured on the new Obama record? That auto tune though. Okay. Well, what do you think, guys? You think it's time to wrap it up?
Why not? You know, all of our shows, including this one later, is all of our shows are on YouTube.
All of our shoes, yeah.
All of our shoes.
All of our shoes are on YouTube.
So you can tie that up, tie it around your neck.
Any enemy minion.
Enemy and any bit.
Enemy. This show is brought to you by Enemy.
.com.
Yeah, so check us out on YouTube, Duels Discussion. Email us your questions, your comments, your concerns, your complaints, your hate mail, your love mail, your sexual solicitations, your nudes.
Boyfriend applications.
Richard's accepting those, girl. Did you hear the snap? I tried to snap.
I only hear Z snaps.
Oh god.
We appreciate your iTunes reviews, and we will shout our favorites out on the show because we just love you. And we're on Twitter @Discussion Show. Our email is duelsdiscussion@gmail.com. We're on Facebook /Duels Discussion Enemy Minion. And then our main site, of course, where you can subscribe to us, listen to a little bit of any of our shows out at duelsdiscussion.squarespace.com, and that's where you also may support us if you like, or you can buy a mid-roll, end-roll, first-roll, sushi roll shout-out. Doesn't matter. And we thank you for listening, and it's been a great year. I'm glad we started this up, and I've really enjoyed every second of it with you guys.
Us too.
I love you too, man.
Oh my god. Yeah. Well, it's been a good show, guys.
Yep, very much so. We will see you next year.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Good night, darling.
Bye, guys.
Everything. This is all digital.